Thank you so much for being here. I'm your bestie on the internet. I'm your favorite YouTuber, duh. So let's get into today's message. Your ADHD is your superpower. I'm gonna say that again. For everybody in the back, your ADHD is your superpower because no one obsesses like you, like freaks out like you, hyperfixates like you. No one. So it's time to use it for good, not for evil, not for overthinking, not for driving yourself bat crazy. It is time for you to use it for your highest good. So in the past, you've had financial troubles or weren't that responsible, and I feel like this is because you had to adult from an early age. You didn't really have time to be a kid. You had to grow up really fast. So you've probably been working for a long, long time. You've dealt with a lot of drama in the workplace, especially with authority figures that don't like your style of questioning why or being late or having things messy, but that is how you work. And you are a future millionaire, if not billionaire, influencer, and entrepreneur. You are a celebrity, and the spotlight is going to be on you for the whole next 12 months. There have been a lot of people that you have peeped in the past that have been disrespectful. You've always felt like the underdog. And when you've needed help, people didn't help you or treated you like you were cringe. And so you've had a lot of cringy moments in the workplace. But now you see things from a different perspective. You have healed. You are genuine. You are transparent when you need to be. You are no longer desperate or following the breadcrumbs or letting people shame you or manipulate you or humiliate you, and you've only used it to further initiate yourself. So you've gone through a spiritual awakening in the last 1 to 10 years, and you are scary accurate. You are a special operative, not special op. Okay, but special op. You are a part of a special force for an angelic team. You are an earth angel. You are one of God's chosen. You are very charming and charismatic, and your transformation blows people away. So lately, you've been silently observing things around you, things about yourself. And now you're going to use your ADHD to secure your future, your legacy. Anytime we are ADHD and we use those skills, the things that we really love, the things that we obsess over, because we are naturally hyperfixated and obsessive. When we're doing what we really love and we obsess and we just make it perfect and all the things, that is where the cha-ching is. I need my cash register. Hold on.
A few moments later.
That is where the money is. The cha-ching. Not only that, you will get to be a kid because you've already done enough adulting to last you a lifetime. You're done with the drama. You are going to be insta-famous, or many people will be looking up to you. You will be in the spotlight. You're going to be all over the internet, all over online, and giving people the middle finger that thought you were crazy. There are people that have tried to use so many tactics to manipulate you in the past, and I see you going through a digital detox of the people that you maybe listened to before or maybe even looked up to. A lot has changed in this last dark night of the soul that you have gone through. And your fairy godmother is coming through with your glass slipper. And I feel like you don't have a pumpkin carriage. I feel like you have a fighter jet, but that's just a random thought that popped up into my head. You've been putting yourself together for the last 6 months to a year. And you have really been going through it. You've been bossing up, leveling up, and you don't want anyone telling you what to do. So God is saying that your cheat code is the things that you obsess over, that you love doing, is where it's all at. And then all this luck is about to be sprinkled on top. Initials that I got for you. The letter K, J, P. Somebody here might own a private jet, just saying. So we have PJ for the private jet. You might have really cute pajamas. We have the letter A, R, U, and K. You have things on lock right now. It couldn't go wrong if you tried. You might have tried, but it can't go wrong if you tried. You're also going to be getting a lot of notifications. Your notifications are going to be going off. I mean, off. Letters. I don't know if they're sending a raven like Game of Thrones. You're going to be getting a lot of likes, a lot of comments. What else? Things are going to feel more harmonious, more easy, because you're just going to embrace your ADHD or neurodivergence, if I could speak. And yeah, you're going to be getting notifications. People are going to be sending you things, gifting you things. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of likes, shares, comments, subscribes. Maybe you make music and people are sharing your music. I'm getting fan mail. You're going to be getting a lot of encouragement from the universe because you've battled financial troubles. You've battled all the terrible bosses. Okay, most people could not survive all the terrible bosses that you guys have. And so it doesn't matter how messy you are. It doesn't matter how late you are. You are destined to be your own boss. You're not supposed to be working with people that are slimy. Spirit is saying, I know you've been slept on, a timer 5. You could also be seeing orbs everywhere, orbs or hearing weird sounds. This is all a part of your ascension. You are all of that and a bag of chips. It's time for you to start feeling that way. So I see you taking care of yourself in a different way. And even if you don't get it right at first, you have that obsessive type of personality where you will get it right. Doesn't matter if you think that you're bad at doing your hair, bad at doing makeup, bad at being an influencer. It doesn't matter. You go for the gusto and you keep doing it until you get it right. I remember when I started my channel, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And another bigger YouTuber that was a part of my confirmation when I started this journey, because I was like, God, I don't know. I need a confirmation. Another reader went live that I was listening to at the time. And she's not on YouTube anymore. But she gave me a free reading in her Instagram live. And I was like, I'm looking for a sign. I didn't tell her that. But she then gave me a reading. And was like, you need to be on social media. And I was like, I don't even know where to start. And she's like, just practice. This is when IGTV was still a thing. And she was like, just practice on IGTV. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. This is an example of trying until we get it right. I remember when I first learned how to do makeup, I didn't know what the frick I was doing. For a long time, I would just slap on some lashes, and I thought I was really good at that. I was like layering all my lashes, and I wore strip lashes, and I would like make them really fluffy and textured, and then I would just put blush on. I would call it a day. I didn't really know what I was doing besides that. And then I met a friend, a coworker at a bar that I was working at, and she was also a makeup artist. So she taught me how to do my makeup, and it was crazy at first. Like, you don't even want to know. It was like, if I could like insert pictures, but you guys would be like, it's so like, the eyebrows were like, boom, boom. They were like Legos on my, I can't. Anyways, we all go through a training day, and our training day could be 5 to 10 days. It could be a year. It doesn't matter. We will eventually perfect it, is what I'm saying. So after my friend taught me and let me be in her portfolio, and I was watching her, I started watching other influencers like Jaclyn Hill and all of these different influencers that were doing makeup at the time. And I was like, I'm going to get this right. I would literally wake up 3 hours early before work every day before I would bartend. And I was like, just so fixated and obsessed with like learning about makeup, learning about eyeshadow, learning about smoky eyes, learning about cat eyes, learning about how to do eyebrows. Like, it was so interesting to me because I am also a late bloomer. I learned way, way later than most. I say all of that to say this. We will figure it out. And even though we don't know at first, we will surpass the experts. Okay? Yes, we will. And it's that joy of learning, and you are supposed to monetize that joy, that obsession, that fixation, but also have more of a balance in your self-interest. Maybe the scales have been kind of tipping over for you, where you have been doing for a lot of other people since you realized you were a light worker or an empath or an intuitive. Now it's time to reel that back in and give that back to yourself. You are going through a big transformation. Many people look up to you because you just don't stop. You know how to transmute. You are the very definition of a goat, of a magician, of like an all around star. People get scared at the things that you're able to predict. But yeah, it's kind of like giving Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Nobody thought she's going to be a human. Yeah, you like that prince that you saw. Nobody thinks that you're going to be a human. How are you going to do that? Okay, she had to make a little deal to do that. But I have this little fork, and it's like the dingle hopper in The Little Mermaid. She still made it happen. She still made it happen. You make the impossible happen. So this is what's going to bring you stability, knowing that God is supporting you, that you are in good hands, and your creativity will always transform you for the better. It will always bring you stability. I feel like part of the reason you've had to grow up fast could be maybe you had to take care of your siblings. Maybe you had to take care of your family. Maybe you had to work from an early age. But you were about to level up in ways that you could not even have imagined. So you don't even need to be attached. You just have it right now. You know, sometimes when it's just been going real bad and then it starts going good again and you're like, I'm unstoppable. And you just couldn't be attached if you tried. You can be obsessed, like, I love doing this. This is so much fun. And monetizing that. But I'm seeing this is going to bring you stability that you could not even have fathomed. You will be a millionaire or billionaire. That I promise you. Use your ADHD for your superpower. And speak from your heart. People love seeing that you're human because they feel like you're superhuman. They feel like you're supernatural. There's something supernatural about you. And when you speak from your heart and you help people with things that they're struggling with, like, you're a great teacher, you're a great mentor. So, like, if somebody asked me, like, oh, how do you do your makeup? How do you do this? Or how do you do your hair? How do you do this? I'd be like, oh my gosh, because you have this thing where you want to help people feel more beautiful, whether it's through your being a light worker, whether it's through being an intuitive, whether it's through bringing beauty or helping people be more seductive or well-read. I don't even know, or well-versed. There's something about the way that you are able to read. The way that you were able to read people and the way that you were able to read energy. A lot of people from your past thought that you were a joke, or they tried to make you a joke because they saw you as a threat. You are about to go viral. You are about to go viral by using this as your superpower, doing less and being less attached. Just be yourself. The universe is encouraging you at this time. This is so awesome. Your glow up through the past years, through people trying to humiliate you and embarrass you, you've been giving people the finger, okay? These people tried to shame you every which way from Sunday, and we have angel number 153, inner strength, okay? Positive results are ahead. You have declined the right thing at the right time. Your angels are applauding this recent focus on self-discipline. The toxic things that you say no to produce positive results in the long run. By making these decisions, you are telling the universe that you are worth the effort it takes to live your best life tomorrow. So maybe you are offered a job and you're not trying to work in the matrix. You're not trying to work a 9-to-5. And just everything that you've been doing, I'm getting the last week, you've been turning down the right thing at the right time. Whether people have been trying to play you, whether they've been trying to be slick or disrespect you, whatever the case is, they are saying you are so divinely protected and you have been declining the right thing at the right time. That is just not for you. You are opening portals, doors, and windows for all of the things that you have ever deserved. This is beautiful. I love you guys so much. Let me know what's going on in the comments. If you made it to the end of this message, comment angel number 153. ADHD is my superpower. Love you guys. Bye.